Check, check. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chew and You podcast.
Hey yo, I'm coming for them duffel bags and gold teeth. This game been saturated, written for my nosebleeds. I like that propane and spit that dragon breath. I got that product for the low, all hell my connect. I've seen the nicest people plotting with the worst intent. I've seen my
One.
I'm Chew.
And this is Zoo. Welcome back to the Chew and You podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we were off a week due to bad weather, man. The weather down here has been getting really bad. We were supposed to have Amari come in last week, but unfortunately she was flooded out.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't be able to come in. And today we were supposed to have WC come in, and unfortunately he couldn't get off of work. Got some situations going on, but we will try to get him on ASAP because I know he's really looking forward to jump on with us. But we got even something better today, guys. We got,
oh boy, do we!
Oh, buddy, do we? First of all, before I even say anything, let's say thank you to our sponsors over to Sergio Video Brothers. Thank you very much for another month, man. We do appreciate you, and also Elevate Nutrition. Detox to retox is what I like to say there, Chew. So it's fine. Go out, meet the primos out there in San Juan, Texas, guys.
They got you covered.
They got you covered, man. They do deliveries also, man.
Excellent.
And then that comes to the next person in line right here, who was one of our great sponsors, man, when we first started up here.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to Baldo from Hemp It Up in the house. Oh my goodness! The keyword is hemp it up,
hemp.
Say hemp, all right?
Yes, it's Hemp It Up. It's on the sign when you see it. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want PD coming in and busting the door down on us or anything like that. But yeah, man, finally got you on the podcast, man.
Hey, we appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for calling us up. We're here to help out, and I guess from your initial start, we've been here, and we like doing these things. We like supporting local businesses, local ideas, not specifically just throughout the whole valley. So thanks a lot for inviting us in.
Oh, thank you for showing up, man.
Thank you for showing up, and thank you for bringing gifts.
Oh yeah, he brought us a little bit of gifts, man.
A little
something,
something to share.
Oh my gosh, share the
Rack
love.
bag.
Share the love.
A little misdemeanor's worth. Goodies.
And that's the thing, man. I mean, I've been going to Hemp It Up since the very first time we got him on the podcast as a sponsor. I would go buy the tea bags. I would get the gummies. And then also I started getting the smoke because I felt for me, my acid buildup wasn't tolerant to the tea bags.
Sure.
Right.
So I said, you know what? Let me try the smoke because let me try that out. Sure enough, it worked, man, and it's a great product for me. I mean, it can be a great product personally to anybody else, depending on the person.
Yeah.
Right. So, but for me, after a long, hard day's work, it's like drinking a beer.
Sure.
Go out there at home in the safety of my home, where I'm nowhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not trying to advertise to go out there and smoke it all over the place, but at home, relax and cover my own home and just light one up. And
we've mentioned on the show more than once about you needing a little bit of relief after work because it's been a day.
It's been a day, exactly.
And just like lighten something up because it's been one of those days, or eating a gummy, or
and they've also come in as liquid courage for some of our guests. So thank you to you too, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah. So let's start from the beginning, man. When did all the Hemp It Up start? When did y'all open up?
We've been in this industry now for about 4 years. We started about 2018 I would say by accident. We're already in the mobile phone industry. Mm-hmm. And we got some samples in, and they said, hey, we went to a show, and there's only 2 distributors for CBD back then.
Right.
And they're like, and everyone's like, the curiosity of it and the legal of this. And then, what? I said, let me take some samples with me. And I put up a little showcase there on the counter at one of our cell phone shops. Uh-huh. And the stuff sold like immediately.
Really?
Because people are like, hey, let me try that out. Hey, we're giving out some samples and things like that. And they're like, hey, you know what? I actually got to sleep. You know what? I feel better. I relaxed. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh my God, I just feel tense and et cetera, et cetera. And then, it was one of those things I told my wife, I said, you know what? We're going to get in this business.
Right.
We're going to go down this line.
Right.
And we started taking it ourselves, and we felt better, and she feels better. And it's one of those things that overall, we as a family, everyone partakes and
Right.
you know, everyone from our, you know, 11-year-old up to our 17-year-old.
Right.
You know, and they take it for their reasons, you know.
Right.
Like one, they're, you know, the two boys, they're athletes, and they're, you know, they're playing games and stuff like that, you know, at elite levels or competitive levels. And you know, they get sore muscles and stuff like that, and
Exactly.
they recover faster.
Right.
Some of the parents even ask me, "Hey, how does the kid recover so fast, man?" He's like, "Oh, it's like the next day is like nothing for another game."
Yeah.
Go, I give them some of this, or you know, the pain creams, or the
also those do work also
and stuff like that. So, you know, in short, that's about how we started, and then we decided to go ahead. You know, we were doing well. It got popular with people, and then I said, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and brand this out and separate it, and not depend on. I want to see if it's viable on its own, and sure enough, it allowed us to go ahead and grow to a new location in McAllen, and then now we just opened up a second location here in Wesco.
Yeah. I've been pitching it for the last, I think the last 3 podcasts, man. And and people are freaking out, asking me, where exactly is it located? I go, bro, it's, you know where San Martin Church is? It's right behind it, bro. I go, he ain't gonna judge you, bro. If it didn't want to grow, it wasn't made for us.
He ain't looking.
He ain't looking. He's pretty much saying, hey, when you're done with you, can I good piece?
And the best part is, it's like directly across from a Chinese food restaurant.
Which is perfect.
Which is just
that
perfect.
one, that one Chinese place.
That
one
Chinese food place.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
There was a line up front. I can only assume that line started
at CBD first, Hemp It Up, and then jump across.
Just cross it.
We just put a big sign in front of them. After, come over here. Before and after.
There you go. Hey, there you go. Maybe you should make a change, before and after change.
Or just put a little window there.
What we're gonna do is just start getting little samples, and just here while they're waiting in line.
Here you go.
Dude,
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, we don't like, trust me, you're gonna eat more. They'll thank you later.
Relax. Relax.
The line's long.
That restaurant will thank you for it.
Yeah, man. So I mean, like I said, I've been going there for the last couple of months, man. It's great. It's a great product, especially with the muscle ache pains, man. I mean, yeah, I've had shoulder pain recently, a lot, actually through the years, more now where I work, because it's a lot of heavy lifting, and I take it, and then it helps a lot. And I mean, I can't knock it off any more than that. Consider the fact, not only do you all sell the creams, you all sell the oils also.
Correct.
What else? I mean, anything else? I mean,
pain creams. It comes in capsule form. It comes in a variety of I guess packaging or how you can ingest it.
Right.
As you can even smoke it like you do, or vape it.
Vape, yeah.
It just depends on how you want it. You want it topical for pain and muscle. You know, everyone has, the story of my grandma has a bottle of alcohol, marijuana.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, well, indirectly they were extracting oils.
Right.
With the alcohol from it, because and then use it topically.
Exactly.
Basically, it's the same thing that we're doing.
Now, as far as like any looks, I mean, I know when people start talking about CBD, everybody starts thinking, oh, well, no, it's marijuana, it's weed, but it's totally different.
It's totally different. We get people come in and like, oh no, I can't do that because of my job. And well, what can't you do? I mean, there's so much. There's information, and then there's misinformation of what CBD is. Right. And then that's where I guess a lot of these people have that idea because, not to bang on them, smoke shops sell CBD, and a lot of people, they characterize that with a different industry. When they come to our shop, obviously it's a totally different experience.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Right.
I mean, not to knock off any of the smoke shops. They're great places.
Means,
I mean, I've gone into some, and you see, I'm going to say the correct water pipes. On the wall, and what so have you, and you're walking into that place, what you're walking into. Right. But when you go to Hemp It Up, it's like, I don't know how it's like going into a pharmacy.
It's more like a pharmacy.
It's like a pharmacy for me when I walk in there. It's like, oh shoot, well, I got to get what I need for this pain.
And that's what we want to give out, not just. That's why we give out so many samples.
Right.
A lot of people don't know what to take. They're like, hey. Well, what do I take? COVID hit, and fortunately, we did well. I mean, people got anxiety. Pets, our pet line grew because people were like, "Oh my gosh, my pet has got separation anxiety." Of course, your pet was not used to you being at home. Right? Now you're home. You've been home for the last 7 months, 8 months. Now when you leave, your dog goes stir crazy because he's not. Your pet's not used to. Yeah, like what the hell happened? You were here every day. At first, the pet couldn't get used to being home, and that happened in couples.
Yeah,
and a lot of couples where where a lot of the people, these guys that work on the fields, they're 14 on, 7 on, et cetera, whatever their schedule is. They'd get home because of COVID now, and the spouse isn't used to them being home, and they're not used to being home, and they'd be like, "Papa," and they'd be like, "Hey man, you got something for whatever," and then she'd be like, "Hey man, do you have anything for him? Because oh my gosh, he's restless. He's
lo mato.
Yeah, it was crazy. And there's people come in and they always ask, "Hey, do you have oil for this, or do you have for this?" And fortunately, the product works in many different ways,
right,
for your body, and it actually it's like one of those things that it goes where it needs to go,
right.
So hey, you need a little bit more help here, and it'll go there. You need it for this, it'll go there. And
it's like the pain cream, if you put it on your shoulder, it's not gonna be like
no, especially like with the tinctures were totally different, right? And due to some legalities of FDA and stuff like that, we physically can't tell you a claim or what it's good for. I can tell you what people use it for.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you would hear some of the responses we get from people, and they say, "Hey man, my knees," or especially in the sports arena, right?
Oh yeah.
My knees, man, or my shoulder, and we get people from all ages coming in there, all walks of life, whether they're sport active people or not.
That's the thing, because like everybody is in some kind of pain. Everyone that comes in there is looking for a remedy to help them. Physical pain. Like you say with the couple.
Alternative way. That's what a lot of people are looking for.
An alternative way.
Yeah, they've already gone to the doctor. And they're they get the big thing of
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
and then the second stack is for the secondary effects of the first one.
Right. Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Because I don't want to put anyone out there on blast, but some doctors have even gone to, like, because when you go in there for pain to your doctor, like you should, and they will just straight out like look you in the face. Have you tried?
We do have people that come in and they are like, "Hey, you know what? I'm looking for this. I already told the doctor I'm trying to look for an alternative." And they said, "Hey, I don't want to take these medications anymore. What else can I get?" They're like, "Well, go try this." They don't specifically tell them what to take, because it's kind of hard, but they kind of guide them, say, "Hey, you know what? I would go here and just find out what they have and just try it out."
Because like you say, everyone's different. So like a gummy wouldn't work as well for someone as it would for another.
Exactly.
And I actually, in personal note, we were in a situation where at one time my son, his ADHD was getting out of hand or anything. His Medicaid had finished, and we had to reevaluate and try to get that again. It was a while till we finally got it back. But and that period of time, a lot of people tell you should try the CBD. That might help. I'm not sure if you like the gummy. Try the gummy. Try this. Try that. And at first, being me, like no. I mean, I'll say it honestly. In the past, yes. Back in the high school years, yes, I had everybody has a tendency of going that route and eventually falls out of it. And I go, I was already expecting. No, if I give them this, shoot them, and I would. Ahí se va a quedar, they'd be like, "What the hell's going on?" But the different effect on what CBD has to what the actual natural herb has is totally different. It's totally different. And then we tried it at first with the gummy. It didn't work. He didn't like the taste of it. So we did the oil where you put in the water, mix it, and have him drink it. It worked for some, but he needed something stronger. And I was like, by that time, I got insurance at my workplace, so I was able to get him back to it. Indeed.
At least you try.
Yeah, at least you try.
Yeah, and a lot of parents do that. You know, they come in and they're looking not only for themselves, but also for sometimes for their children in that situation as well.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of finding what works for you, just like anything else.
It's fun. I've told Chu also, hey man, I'll see if I can get you a couple of stuff so I can take it to your home. So because sometimes he has pain on his knees or his any little itch, it irritates him. I go, you know what? Try this, and I have yet to go by, but I finally gave him his today.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, now you got a goodie bag.
It's only been 4 months.
All right, let's see what goodies what Santa Claus brings.
Let's see what this misdemeanor looks like.
No, so I get
Oh, okay.
a las rodillas.
Ah, okay.
There you go.
Because
Free.
so they won't squeak anymore.
That's that one we put WD-40 on.
It's for night. So some people have a hard time sleeping. So they'll try that. The little tincture oil.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The infamous, more famous.
Oh yeah, those
the
are
infamous.
The infamous. Yeah. The gummy.
The infamous.
The gummy.
From the Three Amigos. The infamous.
Hey, don't turn into
what that means?
Don't turn into El Chapo right now, bro.
El guapo.
El guapo.
Hoy nomás el Chapo aquí.
Hey, don't respect the Chapo. I know what you're doing, bro.
No disrespect.
No disrespect. I'm making a tunnel. No, but.
Thank you very much, man. I'm not gonna. I'll pretend I'm not interested.
Someone's watching.
No,
man.
Was it Three Amigos? The infamous. What does he mean? Oh, he's more than famous.
The infamous. He's more than famous. Oh my gosh, man. Then I like I said, right now I know your wife also works in the McAllen store, and I've gone there when you're not there. I asked her, well, when the last time I spoke to you, you were doing a soft opening for Westlaco.
Yes.
And I had gone by the week before after that, and you weren't there. And I asked her, "Where's your husband?" He goes, "Well, he's already opened in the one where they go. How's it going?" Well, it's going. It's going. Like, okay, those are the first baby steps, man. Especially when you open up a place. It's gonna take time to get out there, and then you go out there and you get. That's why I try to help as much as I can with the family businesses, man, that are just opening. Because especially right now, everything trying to come back into the norm. I mean, financially, it's hard because I mean I've seen where I work as far as when they buy material, it was at certain price, and now that everything we're coming back, it was just skyrocket.
Yeah, crazy.
It's crazy prices, man. I mean, I'm afraid to build a house.
No, not only the pricing is to get it.
Oh yeah.
So we allocated our location in May, and I said, no, by the end of the month we're open, right? We worked out a deal, so the lease was not going to begin until a certain time.
Right.
So I said, I got to take advantage of this, right? And get the doors going. And I said, no, man, by the end of May we're done. Hey, I need this, and yeah, you can get it. It's about 60 days.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
The fixtures. I was like, no. I said, but you know what? Let me go to Houston. So I went to Houston, went to San Antonio. Nothing.
Yeah.
So I said, there's a lot of stores closed. There's got to be something used out there.
High in demand.
Nothing.
High in demand. Everything's high in demand right now.
I paid twice as much for my fixtures than I paid when we redid the McAllen location last year.
Which is a beautiful location, man, by the way. The perfect spot. Right there. Right there. I mean, you got done buying your lotto ticket, just head on over and get something to relax you when those numbers pop up, man.
While you're waiting. And I called up and they're like, well, how much? I'm like, hey, I got your invoice. And I didn't want the same equipment as I did. I only need half. They're like, yeah, that's what it costs.
Damn.
I'm like, so your half of it costs what it cost me to outfit the whole? Yes.
Wow.
And then it took another 3 weeks to get the equipment in. Some of the fixtures, I had some of the fixtures custom made just to get something inside that door. And but we're trucking along. We're going. Fortunately, we've every day we get something new. Every day we get some new people walking in, that they see and they drive by and they finally have and they say, I was just curious. Or I tried by it.
The courage. Yeah.
And once they see it, they're like, they walk in and it's not what they're expecting.
Exactly. Yes.
So, we that's the kind of the environment we wanted to create, something that, oh my God, it's not what I thought.
Yeah.
what it's going to be.
Yeah, so, and like I said, the locations, the 2 locations you have, the environment's great, man. It's real laid back. I mean, you walk, it's like you're walking into a pharmacy.
Yeah,
you go in there, you get what you need, and you get out. That's it. Or you have any questions, you ask and they help you out.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. The people are more than willing to help you. Like if you're just like he was saying, like you're not sure about what you want or what you need, ask them. They'll tell you. Like try this, and see how it works for you.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of going in and asking, because curiosity is fun. Because it's not like a smoke shop. It is like a pharmacy.
Yeah.
Nothing against smoke shops.
No, not at all.
They're cool for what they are. But it's very helpful.
Yeah. Another question for me. The question I have for you. I know we're talking about CBD now. What is the difference between CBD and your Delta 8?
Oh, the infamous.
The
infamous Delta 8.
The Delta 8.
So that's for, I guess, not only for myself, but in the industry itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's helped maintain a lot of businesses stay open.
Mm-hmm.
It really got popular. I read about it maybe in September of last year. I brought it into the shop around October, November, around that time, and then it just went crazy, and everyone's like Delta 8. So Delta 8 is just another compound extracted, right? It is very similar to your traditional Delta 9 THC that we all know.
Yes.
But this is a totally different blend. It is a THC. That is one of the first things we tell you. Hey, it is a THC product. So even though in Delta 9 we're on the legal part of it, this is still a THC. So just be careful with that. But it is. Some people come in and say, you know what, I need something for appetite. My tia, my mom, dad, they're struggling a little bit and need to get. You know what? Try this product. They're not gonna go in some crazy area. It's more chill. A Delta 8 is it's more calming. It is stronger than CBD.
Okay, grandma
but it is, people come in and ask for it, and the age range is, we have a variety spectrum of age ranges on there, and a lot of people, especially the older people, like, oh yeah, I can deal with this a whole lot better than a traditional THC product because sometimes I get too anxious or paranoia might install, but Delta 8 doesn't give me that. It's totally.
It's pretty much
more relaxing.
You're at the door looking in, or it's so per se. The door is open and you're just barely stick your head in, just look at like, okay,
I feel fine.
Yeah, I feel okay. Yeah,
I'm okay.
There's too many people in here.
I'm okay.
It's just you, but I feel there's too many people in here. Yeah, and for how many job? I did take a Delta 8 gummy. Funny story. I bought one from your wife. They had the little gummy ones, and she told me when you get home, he goes, my husband took it. You should have seen him. And that was just half.
Tell us about that. What does she mean?
What does she mean? That you were like,
I don't. I like drinking. I like to have a nice drink, and that's fine.
Yeah.
However, but when I take those 8, that totally changes. It's just I just stop, and I'm like, what?
Just smile, yeah. And that's what she told me, man. You're like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You ready? Yeah. You ready to go? Yeah, I'm ready to go. But it's fine, and it's funny how because but that was a strong. It was like a 50 milligram.
Yeah, that's the one I took. Yeah. And she told me just take half of it.
Yeah.
So it's all right, cool. I'll take half of it. So I get home and I tell the wife, look, I'm gonna give you half, and I'll take the other half. She goes, no, I'm not sure. Is it synthetic? I go, no, I don't think it's synthetic. No, it's just a regular. It's just a regular gummy that we could take. Well, I don't know. You take it first. I go, all right, I'll take it. I don't care. So I drank water and I was all right, cool. And I popped in half of it. Boom. And I'm sitting there watching TV. And she was telling me something. She was like, this and that, and then this is what your son did, blah, 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 this and that. And guess what happened? I'm looking at her like, uh-huh. Yeah, I don't care. I don't. Yeah, sure. I don't care. I really don't give a shit.
It's like we went to the grocery store, and I just it's just one of those things with people and
yeah.
And so I'll pop out my vape and I'll vape. And I say, give me a few minutes. You know, I have a Delta 8 cartridge. I'll vape it for a little while. Put a headphone on. Put a Audible or a book or whatever on, and I'm in there shopping, and it kicks in, and I'm very relaxed. I'm sorry, ma'am. Did you want to cut in front of me? Go ahead. I don't mind it. Yeah, sure.
Word of advice: when going to HEB, pop a Delta 8.
I'm like, yeah, and she's like, oh, I can tell. I'm like, you're just so really. Would you like a sample? Yes, I'd like a sample of this, sample of that. But it's. You know, I like it. I've been taking the tincture.
Okay.
At night to go to sleep.
Okay.
So we'll put Ancient Aliens or some program in that. And,
there you go.
Yeah.
And go there.
And I wake up at 5:30 every day.
Yeah.
And I wake up fine. I'm not groggy or anything. I just
let's
go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, and I see that. And because something next on my bucket list is take another Delta 8. Probably take the whole one, all of it, and sit down and watch Pink Floyd, or maybe go to a light show.
Light show.
Go to a light show. No, you don't
like the one. Just turn off the light and here and throw that on. With Pink Floyd in the background.
I don't think if you even need the Delta 8 to go to watch a Pink Floyd live show, because somebody in there will have the good stuff going.
The good stuff all the way from the stage.
Aromatherapy.
Aromatherapy,
right?
And you know what? And that brings me to another question. As far as like the Delta 8s itself, like I said, I do smoke it when I have a chance. I do smoke it. The person that's next to me, do they get a certain effect to it also as far as the secondhand?
Honestly, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, because
I have to ask the person next to you.
Because I mean, I've had the opportunity to turn one on and just leave it burning.
Yeah.
For the aroma.
Yes.
And it does relax me. So I'm assuming that you do smoke it. You know, the person next to you will be like, "Hey,
well, we're just gonna try that out this weekend."
Write down the plan.
Incense?
Dear diary.
Okay.
All right. We're doing that.
Yeah. Okay. I don't care.
I really don't give a fuck. I really don't care. But yeah, man. And anything else new coming up as far as for your product? I mean,
what else is coming up? Well, there is aside from Delta 8, there's Delta 10, THCP, which is another compound coming out. There's just, I guess, with more legality in several states now.
Yeah.
There's more research into it, not only in the United States, but in across the oceans, in other countries.
Right.
Where they're, hey, we're extracting this, and you know what? There's there's more than 800 compounds in the plant.
Right.
So all the time they're studying, this compound is real good for this. They'll come in and say, hey, CBD, and it can help me sleep. But you know what? There's a compound called CBN. There's an extra CBN, and that one really helps you sleep. And we have that too also. So it just depends on how they want to use it or what they want to use. What else? New extracts. We're always trying to find out new innovative products, what the consumers can use that actually is a benefit to them as well. I don't know, maybe a new location here pretty soon. We're trying.
Here we go.
We're trying,
Where going? Maybe South Padre Island?
I don't know. You know what? I've had people request, for us to go out, out west, Rio Grande City area, stuff like that.
Yeah.
How about a van just driving around?
A van? Like go to pop-up events?
No,
the food truck
more like a nice dreams from Chicken Tom.
I think it's a different theme song over here.
I don't know. Dark Side of the Moon seems
sounds perfect. Just get the rights for it. We think we're good. You know what?
Instead of the kids running out, the parents will be running out.
We're gonna have to give you the number to Purple Villain. He'll give me something to put on that van.
If someone tells me Purple Villain, will be more than glad to show.
He's like, hell yeah, I'm on it right now, bro.
I'm on it right now. I'm at the door. Where's everybody?
Yeah, man. But yeah, I was just when you said that delivery, first thing I popped in my head with Gene Chong with that nice drink.
Open up the window
with that big old clown on top like that. Oh shit.
But I mean that there's we're always trying to figure out what the next step is. Running your own show, it's always hard. I mean, you guys know, setting this up and being here. And you still got a family life and things like that. Right. So, we are in growth, I would say growth mode, in expansion. Right. So right now we're just trying to figure out what areas really are to benefit not only for us, but that area doesn't need to be serviced. Do they need? Is our presence going to make a difference in that area? Right. And I would say so. I mean, we like to help out in the community. I served in the community, especially in Mission, for many years. And, anywhere at first when we try to volunteer or, hey, we'll do a small sponsorship there. Right, can we go to a pop-up event? Everyone was like, no, we can't have you here. And no, y'all are not, right? But now, people are more open to us.
And it's crazy because I think I'm not sure they're still open. I haven't gone to the mall recently, but I think there was actually a CBD area in the mall at one.
There was. I think with COVID, when COVID hit,
they got hit.
Yeah, they moved out and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of the shops in the mall did. Yeah, so I'm not surprised. It's a shame though.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But same thing with our industry, there were some businesses that just didn't make it, but you can always, we've closed out, other businesses that we've had, and you just start from zero all over again and take whatever you learn and adapt it on this side
to something new.
Something new. But we're looking for that area. What new niche market is out there for us to go ahead and assist, and now. When we say, hey, we want a sponsorship, or they'll ask us, would you like to participate? I'm like, you know what we do. Right?
You know we're out of that.
You know what we do.
Hold on. Yeah. You know what we do, right?
And they're like, oh yeah, and they'll say, but we're pretty discreet. We'll know we're not gonna take out all these 20 million pre-rolls out there and just we're not gonna do
that. Here we go, guys.
Thank
you. Let's go. Let's go.
We'll take our edibles, our gummies, our pancreas. Yeah.
You want? I'm not proud. I got you here right here. Here you go.
Like when you do cigars, right? The guy rolling right there. We're gonna set up a stand.
Who's that? Julio, we need 5 more. Okay,
but now more people are open to seeing us, and hey,
that's
especially in the we just did a not too long ago at the Burdock Arena. There was a jiu-jitsu summit there, tournament.
That's one thing I was going to ask you about.
We sponsored there. There's another event coming up I think in September. Looks like we'll be there at that event too. And we give a lot of samples out to these guys doing jiu-jitsu, right, in the tournament. And a lot of guys came like, hey man, I like that cream. Man, like, oh man, or afterwards,
Yeah.
It tasted so good.
Yeah, like, no, you don't need it. So minty.
It was so minty.
My wife thanks you.
On his office. No, it's not the Vaseline.
It's not face cream. Put it on my hands. Why is he happy when I hit him, sir?
Hit me more.
Give me again.
But those are the areas that we like to be at, because the more we inform people,
that's true.
The more people can understand what's going on.
Right.
I think social media has opened it up also to as much as we can do on social media, because
the increasing popularity of the herb has transitioned over to that.
It's transitioned through time. I mean,
they just came out today.
Really?
Did you see on the news?
No.
Senator Chuck Schumer, he's actually pushing a bill to decriminalize cannabis.
Really?
To take it away from its illegal status.
Talk about
that
opening
came out
up
today.
an industry.
Yeah,
and
that's
he's
that would
really got a lot of favor. He's got a lot of people in Senate actually on the bill on board.
I mean, because even in red states, there's a push to really free it up, because honestly, like
at the end of, I would say at the end of the day, it's money.
Yeah,
of course.
We're growing here in Texas.
Right.
Yeah.
Hemp farms are establishing here. You got people coming in from out of state, people from our state that have worked out of state, have learned the trade. We have a few hemp farms here in this area.
Yeah, oh yeah. There's quite a few. I can't name locations because they will get raided.
Yeah,
not by the cops. I'm talking
I
about
can.
customers.
And for $20, I won't.
Donate to the Tuning Podcast.
But we've been there. We've seen them, and when we've taken pictures there and we share them with friends and people that we know. They're like, oh my God, there was that. That's here locally.
Yeah.
And you're talking about, hey, that's an investment. They're hiring people to trim, to the cultivation, to take care of the of the plants, of the agriculture, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the bigger farms, not only will they sell in Texas, but they're selling across other states as well.
Right.
Exactly.
So I guess as a red state, I guess it's one of those things that
honestly, the way I look at it, as far as that, I don't know what the big deal. I mean, Colorado's doing it. Washington's already doing it. California's finally got an open book Twitter. They're doing that also. I don't know what the big deal. To me, it's like drinking a beer. Literally.
Right.
I mean, if they're so worried about the age limit, then raise the age limit to 31. Okay?
Yeah.
Raise it. Raise it. Because honestly, I've been approached by buddies of mine who actually I smoked the real THC, and they go, dude, you're getting into it now, dude. What the hell, man? We smoked that back. Yeah, bro. But back then, I was an athlete. Yeah, I would get hurt, repair itself. I didn't need it.
Right.
Now that I'm older, my body's saying, hey, bro, you can't do what you used to do back then.
Oh yeah.
You need a little help, and that's the way I think I'm coming of the age to where I can do this now. Not hardcore, just when I need
because you're
it.
responsible.
It's different.
You're responsible
It's
and you're smartening up.
Yeah, exactly.
There's priorities and everything.
Now on your shop, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that want to know when your customer walks, is there an age limit?
For CBD products, traditional like your gummies, oil, pain cream, it's 18.
Okay.
Anything smokable, 21. Obviously, Delta 8 products, 21 and above.
Okay.
That's
good, and that's good to know, because there are people who say, pues sí, pues esas cosas they sell it to anybody. Anybody can go in and buy it.
No.
Is there a limit to how much you can buy at one time?
Oh no, the more the merrier.
For you, yeah.
The more the merrier.
Come on, I'm trying to sell you.
I need 50 pounds of Delta. No question asked.
I know you all sell the actual.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we just got a nice shipment in.
Oh, the one that was delayed.
Yeah, the one that was delayed.
Bye.
we got
You see, Chew humping out. Where you going? I'll be back.
Yeah, we had a package, got delayed. Now we have a new one.
Well,
darn you.
Yeah.
But no, we got the new package in. Very, very nice product. Very. But when you look at it, and, you smell it, and you look at it,
roll around and
right?
Sprinkle it on your taco.
Hey, you can crunch it up and throw it into brownies, man.
What you do?
Not that I know. I've heard.
I don't
I've
care.
heard stories. Whatever, Stevie Wonder.
I don't give a fuck.
I mean, there's like we mentioned, it comes loose, or you want to buy it in grams, or you want to buy it in jars, or you want to buy it in pre-rolls.
Right.
All our pre-rolls are done in house, so we make our own pre-rolls. So there's other ventures that within the same industry as what we're also looking into of offering. So we try to be innovative. I would say.
Yeah.
Not only in the business side, but as far as the product side, what's new that could be offered out and things like that.
Right.
You know, and I applaud some people that I've thought, you know, people say, oh, I had that idea. Yeah, but you know, look, this other person might have had the same idea and they actually went through with it.
Yeah,
Right,
I saw
actually,
someone did when Delta 8 was coming out. I saw that they did the like the spicy gummy blend with the powder, the sauce and you know the chamoy sauce and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they infused it with D8. I'm like, you know what? Badass.
Right.
That's good. That's good because you had the idea and you ran with it. You know, I might have sat on that, you know, because maybe I overthought it, the process, or how am I going to do it, and blah blah blah. And some people just ran with it.
Yeah, no, that's the aspect of the business is that it does open itself up to so many things, like just in edibles alone. I mean, there's even entire TV channels dedicated to like infusing foods, cupcakes, you know, whatever with THC or Delta 8 and just that, and it really just opens itself up
or just CBD by itself on how they you know create, you know, cookies and you know your traditional brownies and things like that.
You know,
I saw a nicey
a
nicey machine.
Yep,
I saw that.
That's interesting.
CBD infused ice machine.
Wow.
you would think, well, there's too much water.
Invest.
You know.
Would you care some of your eyes and a little bit of vodka in that, sir?
So you know,
but that's good that you're keeping an eye on that too, because
you're gonna go to your next Snow Coast stand and hey, can I have special gummies? You know, how they put the
and you know what? And speaking of gummies have had a bad rap. A couple of years back, there was right from the get that there were people that were selling it. They were selling it to underage. Some of it was very toxic. They blasted the hell out of it, you know. And majority of them were people that were just selling it. They're local. I mean, buy it here, but you know, that's the way the media put it out there. You know.
Does it happen? I think it does happen. I mean, everyone wants to be their own chef and stuff like that. And, you know, there's GMP, you know, general, you know, manufacturing processes done. That's, you know, there's, you know, cleanliness and, you know, there's a lot of rules involved. So when you look at it, you're like, okay, even the packaging, you know, on some of this stuff that's out there, some of the packaging is even real crazy because it looks like candy packaging. To me personally, that scares me to carry that type of product. Not because, you know, all you need is a parent to leave that out or left it in the car and there's a kid in there.
Well, and that's what you hear on the news all the time. It's that these rope with the nerds.
The nerd.
Yeah. I mean, come on, a kid's gonna see that and they're gonna think, oh, it's regular candy, and then you know something happens.
That's why when I go to your shop and I do get gummies or anything, the first thing I do is hide it. As I hear, I'm putting it over here. I tell the wife, hey, this is where it's gonna be at. Okay, don't let our son. They make sure he doesn't see where I'm gonna put it. And he knows better not to go where I put it, or if I do, I'll change the location of it. I move it somewhere else, and I constantly keep moving it once a week. So I move it over here, move it over there, you know, to make sure he, you know, what the hell's dad doing, you know? But I mean, it's that issue, but it all comes down to responsibility of the person that's using it at the same time.
They're using it, you know, where they source it, where they're getting it, and stuff like that. Because people, you know, hey, I got this contact, and they sent me a bottle of distillate, and I'm gonna make my own gummies and stuff like that. I don't know if their house kitchen is clean, you know, there's nothing to be mad at.
I got
you know, we're not. It's not that. It's just, hey, you're providing a product to consumer. The last thing we need as an industry
to get hit with it.
And there's associations like that. You know, that are asking us to be part of. You know, to hey, why do I need to be part of your association? Well, because this is what we do. Having this sticker on your door or on your product lets everyone knows that you're a step above, and you're actually taking care of what you're doing. So you're on top of your game.
Someone has overseen all this and is approved because it's clean and sanitary. You wouldn't buy a parachute from some guy making them in his garage. Would you? No, you go to the parachute. All right.
Well,
Hold on. Okay, you would buy a parachute from a guy making them in his garage. You would go to the parachute store.
But my tío said it was safe.
The parachute full of oranges.
That's for when you're falling. You can eat something on the way down, bro.
They smell like mothballs when you open it up.
No moths will fly.
Yeah.
Why does it say World War II?
But that happens, you know. We had that incident last year, which really hurt the vaping industry or the tobacco industry, where like Juul, those those locations where they're marketing to kids, and then all these counterfeit vape cartridges were all over the place. And
yes, yes.
With Juul in particular, it was because no one was really overseeing them until the body started hitting the floor.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, look at this. Look at what they're doing.
It was a lot of counterfeit stuff.
Yeah, it was a lot of counterfeit stuff.
No, the kids had to hook up.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're getting stuff, you know.
Yeah. It's the same thing like when you go to the smoke shops, they don't have, the herb, but they have the fake stuff.
Yes.
And like there's no one watching that.
Exactly.
There's no one watching that. It's just whatever rat poison someone found and just put it in a bag.
Package. So, yeah. I mean there's several documentaries when you look at that,
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day they kind of treat us like supplements.
Yes.
And supplements really don't have much governing. You put the ingredients on there, and that's about it. So it's one of those things. We always tell everyone, hey, look for QR code on your packaging. Make sure it's done correctly.
Right.
And that's why it helps to be this transparent with everyone.
Yeah.
Because that way you can't say that, oh, I didn't know, because we're talking about it. We're telling you.
Yeah.
How it works and why it works.
We got audited in January from the state.
Okay.
Because now they said, hey, these are the rules, and now you have to have this license, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
And we can come in at any time to audit you.
Oh,
they came in and they said, I was like, hey, they're here from the state, but the state's learning itself. They're going. It's a growing it's a learning process for them because. The gentleman that was auditing our store, he audits tattoo shops.
Oh,
he inspects it. You're like,
where are your needles? Where's the?
He's like, I'm like, so he goes, you know what?
We ran out.
He goes, it's a new department.
Yeah.
So we're learning as we go.
Right.
Unfortunately, you're a guinea pig.
Yeah.
Wow. So I think he was like, you're the first one in the state to get audited, and I'm like,
wow.
So I said, okay. Wow. He goes, what do you need? I go, well, what do you need? He goes, I'm just gonna take a sample of. I'm gonna take one of the jars. They actually take product. They don't take no. They're like, no, I'm gonna take that.
I'm gonna take that in the car.
I'm like, bro, that's.
Is some good shit.
and they sent us a report.
Okay.
Pass.
I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
Pass. No.
Was he smoking the shit when he went through
I assume that there's a very technical.
One person who does the check mark will ask the question, was everything clean?
Yeah. A check mark, wait. A check mark. I'll make that.
Was everything up to date? Yeah. Was everything, just check up everything.
Everything's good to go.
Let these guys have what they want.
But honestly, so we get the report back from the state because they send it off to their lab, and they say, hey, everything's good to go. So you're like, you know what? You trust as much as you can, from your vendors and your shippers and everything else. But until that really, the test really comes up is really what you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So once that happened, I'm like,
shit.
You know what?
Yeah.
This is it. I mean, I sleep well at night.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about what I sold to the customer. It says.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see that because, like you say, even the state is learning, but it's the thing of like, well, it's the state.
Right.
If they decide you're like 0.1% above what it should be, you're done.
Yeah.
And but that's good. Your vendors are good, your store is good, even the state's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they're catching up.
They're getting there, man.
Good.
So,
man.
Yeah, because it would have been a real tragedy to lose Hemp It Up
Oh, hell yeah.
after everyone's gotten a taste. Like I said, this cream is delicious.
This is a great cream.
This is a great
You're
cream.
supposed to apply it. You don't take it, bro.
does it come in
It's
grape
a play.
flavor?
You have any grape flavor, bro?
Fruit punch?
No? I'll stick with the mint. Dude, what are you doing?
What? I'm applying it.
Smooth going in, but burns when it
Oh,
goes out.
Yodas.
Yeah.
I like your setup, man.
Better watch it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah.
thanks, man. Thanks to the other podcast we got here. Yeah, they did a phenomenal job. Which comes to my question. I told you I was gonna say this, dude. We got a news we have a news update
I know
on the
nothing
Triple
about
B
this.
show. We found when we came into the podcast to set up and wait for Mr. Baldo here to walk in, and
This is about Triple B row.
the Triple B row
Yes.
surprised me today.
All of us.
All of us. This is the reaction of Chew's face just says it all. when he said exactly. When we turn on the TV on monitor here and we get into the YouTube area, somebody left their YouTube account
Wide open.
Left it open.
Wide open.
Wide open to first see. And all I gotta say is now we're changing your name from Triple Boy Road to a Triple Boy Nene. That's all we're gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say to that. Nene. Nene. If you don't know what Nene is, look it up. Trust me.
N-A-N-E.
Oh my God! And we'll let those after the podcast. We'll show it to Mr. Baldo.
Videos?
Oh no, not it. We would hope it was instructional videos, but it's not.
It is not. I need what's in this bag.
Yeah, about at least 3 bags of that will cover it. Man, it was a treat having you out here, Baldo.
I know. Thanks a lot for inviting us out.
It's awesome.
Hey.
You are literally our first family-owned business to be in the podcast.
Okay. Hey.
So
Congrats on all the success, continued success.
Yeah, keep pushing, man. I mean, it's a great shop, great place to go. And
any social medias you want to post?
Oh yeah, your social medias, bro.
Hemp It Up CBD, Facebook at RGB Hemp, on Instagram, Facebook. Stop by. More than anything, not only follow us, but stop by.
Yeah.
Stop by either at our McAllen location on 10th and Tamarack, or our new location here in Westco and Palm Plaza. Stop by. You know, we always have the sign out there that says free samples.
Go to the Westlaco one first.
Yeah,
because
I would say yes, please.
It's centrally located,
Yeah.
Centrally to the valley, and like I said, they're Chinese food, like across
Right
the
across
street.
the street, man.
Yeah.
And there's a brow place, and
There's
then
a brow place.
There's everything.
Yeah.
Everything's there. That place is gonna get really nice, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
slowly.
There's new. I saw the project.
Well, I mean, that I remember when I was a kid, my mother worked there where Big Lots, well, I'm tossing the name out there. Big Lots used to be I'm not sure you remember Carl's back in the day, back in the early 80s.
Shout out to Carl's Valley Mart. Going on, buddy?
Carl's, man. It was
Carl's.
old school.
They're not around anymore.
No, they're not around anymore. They're gone.
What?
Yeah, man. Carl's.
Since when?
Ooh, fuck.
What?
About what? 20 years? 30 years?
I haven't been here. I would say 20 years.
20 years.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, because the last Carl's that was open was actually in Mission.
Mission.
Yeah.
Mission was the last one that was open.
Yeah.
And that plaza was very beautiful, man, at that time, because they had Carl's was there. What was to the left of it, there was nothing. It was just an open lot.
Right.
Next to it was, I believe, it was TJ&Y. It was old school. And then JCPenney was for it. Then you had Bell's at the very, very end.
Yeah.
That was old school, man. Old school. And now when it went down in flames, I'm like, oh man, that's sad, man, that there's not many products. Then Big Lots moved in, and a couple of little mom and pop shops started popping up.
It was HEB too at one time.
No, HEB was still across on the other side of Texas, on the east side of Texas.
But the new owners, man, I saw what they're planning, and through conversations and us working together. They have a lot of plans for that place, and
come on, guys, Westlaco is getting beautiful by the minute, man.
I think it's going to allow for a lot of other entrepreneurs or smaller businesses to allocate their business.
Yeah,
because that's one of the hardest things, is to find a nice size of a location to lease,
right,
to acquire, because they're all 1,600 square feet, 2,000 square feet, and you're like, I don't need that.
Yeah,
I don't need that much.
I don't need that.
How do you fill it? Like,
or you put some crazy half wall and you're only using 300 square feet.
And I saw that in the Westico store. Yeah, I saw it. You got that, but it's pretty cool. And we were talking about this. I'm pushing the podcast even more. We were talking about this in your McAllen store. Like, man, you guys got to open up a little section somewhere so people can just go back there and relax. And I'm not saying you should.
Yeah.
Not here or
that's what parking lots are for.
Well, yeah. The thing is exactly. The thing is that you want to go, and I'm trying to tell you, be responsible about it, but you want to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to test the smoke out.
Yeah.
Is there a place where I can smoke this and see what it's all about? You know what?
That is in one of our projects that we're looking at because of smoking, rules and
exactly.
ordinances.
Yes.
What we'd like is actually an outdoor venue, where it's attached to the back, or like maybe an older house within a district that's turning commercial.
Yeah,
where it's an older house and we can refinish the house.
That would be ideal because I mean, don't get me wrong, a nice chill parlor would be cool, but ideally something outside, fresh air, people can, loiter around the room.
Yeah.
And
the neighbors would love it. They would never complain.
The neighbors are gonna love it either way. They're inside, dude, because they know what's happening in there.
There's so much noise in your house. Just come on over here, man. I don't even hear the noise.
It's like Margot's Raspa, dude. The people that used to live right next to Margot's Raspa, like their house is gone, dude. Like all the houses on that street, gone. It's just the Raspa stand because the line.
Oh yeah.
I mean, because like, what could you do? People wanted the Raspa. And make a line.
That's true, man.
Get away from my house.
Why are you parking here?
Why are you parking here?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the big mix ups of a lot of businesses that are booming or they're barely starting. They're trying to get more customers in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the location you're at, it's perfect. It's perfect. You guys need to go by and check that place out.
You know what? Get your thing from Hemp It Up and then go to the eatery.
Yeah, and that's another one.
You know what? I sent them out. I reached out to them. I sent them a message the other day because they told me that they do like pop-up events.
Yes, they do a lot.
And I said, hey, you know what? We're new. I think we're just gonna have to stop by. Introduce myself because I didn't get a response. But
go stop by, man.
They're incredibly busy.
They're always busy. They're always busy.
Because we did something like that with another location in downtown McAllen on 17th, and they as a matter of fact, they allowed our customers to smoke there.
Wow.
Okay.
They didn't have an issue with it because they said as long as it's legal, right? We're outdoor.
Right.
Yeah. There's no issue.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, as far as down here, as far as smoking wise, I think they don't allow it because it's more of a family oriented place. So maybe the edibles like the gummies or something.
All the ordinances I've seen only relate to tobacco. So you
saying tobacco, bro? It's
you show up with a pack of Marlboros. They're gonna take you down hard. I mean, but you probably have to do your due diligence there.
But stop by, man. You need to stop
I'll go check out with them. It's something we, our ribbon cutting is next week. It's on the 22nd.
Oh, okay, all right.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Yeah, if you guys can stop by, you're more than welcome. Your guests.
I invite everyone out there listening to the podcast.
Head out there, man. Head out there.
Even
if you're listening to across the seas in Great Britain, by the way, thank you for listening. Get a plane ticket, come over to the valley, and come check out Hemp It Up.
Yes.
just for one day.
For one day, it'll be worth it.
Trust me, it'll be worth it, guys. Yeah. And a big shout out to all our fans, man, that are watching our YouTube channel. 362 subscribers. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. As far as our little podcast has already gotten 1,264 downloads with 32 listeners. And thank you very much, guys, for helping us push as much as you can. That's what we're all about, man.
We're always amazed that everyone is listening, and we attribute that to like people like you, Osvaldo, who are putting the valley on the map, setting up things, setting up goals for people to reach for, and just really,
and especially our stickers being posted all over the valley already, man. They're going like crazy, and especially to you guys, you have one right on your kiosk.
Yeah,
it's right there.
About that, the police want to talk to you.
How they know? Now I know. Hey, guy.
Yeah, they're located here.
Yeah.
But man, like I said, once again, I appreciate you coming out, man.
Yes.
I know such a short notice,
No
but
worries.
I know you've been wanting to come on, and I'm just
yeah?
glad we got you here, man. So you can
Hey, thanks
give
a
us
lot.
Any special events you got coming up, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll bring you on sometime.
Yeah.
Just hit us up or put it on your Facebook and
we'll slap it on our Facebook page, also on our Instagram and our Twitter, which fortunately we do have one, but I haven't really been updated with it.
it's Twitter.
It's a Twitter.
It's a
¿Qué es Twitter? Que te cae el hocico ya, güey. But anyways, man, appreciate you coming.
No, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a
Yes.
lot. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thanks for the
and
invite.
next week, guys, we got Trillavision coming in. So that's a second attempt to get this guy in. So it's gonna be interesting next week, man.
Oh boy,
Got a lot of questions for the guy because he does a lot of videos, man.
Again, scheduled to appear, guys.
Yeah, schedule. Yeah, that's why. If you guys are wondering why I have not put who's coming up week per week, is because sometimes the schedules get conflict a little bit.
Yeah.
So just bear with us. But it is what it is, and we're up and running as much as we can. So other than that, man, thank you for listening. This will conclude the podcast for the day. Go ahead, sign us off.
I've been Chew.
And this is Zoo and Baldo in the house, man. Thank you very much.
Hemp It Up, Westlaco.
Yes, and McAllen, don't forget.
And McAllen.
All right, y'all take it easy. Laters.
Thank you.
Laters.
Check. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chew and You podcast.
Hey yo, I'm coming for them duffel bags and gold teeth. This game been saturated, written for my nosebleeds. I like that propane and spit that dragon breath. I got that product for the low, all hell my connect. I've seen the nicest people plotting with the worst intent. I've seen my